Hi all my dear students and welcome to Sri Jendra Rank Zone classes. I am your facilitator Amit Ajmani, and in this class we'll be discussing a few more questions based on the chapter Fundamental Unit of Life. Few questions we have already done in the previous class. Let us see few more questions based on the chapter. The first question is the main difference between animal cell and plant cell is. Now, what is the main difference? Is it the nutrition or the growth or the movement or respiration? Both animal cell and plant cell are same when it comes to growth, or both of them respire and in the movement. The main difference is between the nutrition among the animal cell and the plant cell. So A is our correct answer. Fine. Second question. Animal cell lacking nuclei would also lack in chromosomes or ribosomes or lysosome or endoplasmic reticulum. Now we must know that chromosomes are present in the nucleus. Rest of all these three, whether it is ribosome or the lysosomes or the ER, they do not are present in the nucleus. So, if an animal cell lacks nuclei, it will also lack in chromosome because chromosome is present in the nucleus itself only. So, A once again is our correct option. Third question. Plasmolysis occurs due to, is it absorption or endosmosis or exosmosis or osmosis? Now we know that plasmolysis is the shrinkage, right, of the plant cell wall, because of which all the cell organelles come to one side, and this plasmolysis occurs due to the process of osmosis, right? Fourth question is solute concentration is higher in the external solution. Now, in which of these is the solute concentration higher? Is it hypotonic or isotonic or hypertonic or none of the above? We know that the solute concentration in the external solution is higher in the case of hypertonic solutions, right? So C will be our correct option. Let us see the fifth question. What exactly it says is a cell placed in hypotonic solution. Now what exactly is a hypotonic solution? In which the dilute medium is present outside. So if a cell is placed in hypotonic solution, water is going to move from outside to inside the cell, because of which the cell will swell up. So our correct answer is C. Let us see the other options. It will shrink. No, shrinkage occurs when a cell is placed in hypertonic. It will show plasmolysis. Again, plasmolysis will be shown when it is placed in hypertonic. No change in shape or size? Obviously not, because in hypotonic there will be movement of water inside the cell. Okay. Now come to the next question. Question number 6 says, which of the following is incorrect pair? First option is chloroplast. They are called the kitchen of the cell. They do. Mitochondria, suicidal bags of the cell. No, because suicidal bags are lysosomes. Mitochondria is power plant of the cell where ATP generation, energy generation, oxidation takes place. Fine. Lysosomes, secretory granules, and nucleus, rightly called the brain of the cell. So, mitochondria, suicidal bags of the cell, is the incorrect pair. This is the wrong answer. Fine. Seventh question says, which of the following is known as physical basis of life? Is it the gene or the protoplasm or the nucleolus or the mitochondria? The physical basis of life is nucleolus. This is called the physical basis of life, right? In the eighth question, the examiner is asking that the photosynthetic pigments are located in. The options given to us are: is it stroma, or the outer membrane of chloroplast, or the grana, or the inner membrane of chloroplast? So photosynthetic pigments are present in the grana. C is the correct option. Ninth question, which of the following act as garbage disposal system of the cell? Is it Golgi apparatus, or lysosomes, or vacuoles, or peroxisomes? It is the lysosomes which act as garbage disposal system because of the strong digestive enzymes present in them. Right? They dispose of all the immaterial part, all the so-called garbage of the cell. Okay. 10th question says ribosomes are made up of. Are they made up of lipoproteins, or RNA, or proteins, or both B and C? So we know that ribosomes are made up of both RNA and protein. So our correct option in this question will be both B and C. That is our D option. In the 11th question, he is asking colorless plastids are known as. Are they leucoplast, or the chromoplast, or the chloroplast, or none of the above? Now, chromoplasts are the colored plastids, right? The chloroplast, these are the green colored pigment containing plastids. And the colorless plastids are the leucoplasts. So leucoplasts are our colorless plastids. Okay. Let us come to the next question. Chlorophyll is present in. Is it in matrix, or in stroma, or in cristae, or in thylakoid? We know that chlorophyll is present in the thylakoids. So D option is the correct answer. Right? Next question. Cell wall of plant cells is chiefly composed of. Is it hemicellulose, or cellulose, or phospholipids, or proteins? So which is the correct option, guys? The correct option is cellulose, a polysaccharide cellulose. That is what cell wall of plant cells is chiefly composed of. Okay. In the next question, the examiner is asking intercellular connections in plant cells are called. Now this is a different question. Make sure if you know the answer, perfect. Otherwise note it down. Intercellular connections in plant cells are called plasmodesmata. Right? So what are plasmodesmata? These are the intercellular connections in plant cells. Need to remember it. Next, we have done already the infoldings in mitochondria. They are known as cristae. A is the correct option. It is not matrix, it's not cisternae, it's not grana. It's cristae, the infoldings of mitochondria. And what is the function of these infoldings? They provide large surface area for ATP generation. Right? Next, aleuroplasts in a cell. Now, aleuroplasts are the cell organelles which store proteins. So, you need to remember it. Aleuroplasts in a cell, they store proteins. Clear? Next question is, well-defined nucleus is absent in. Is it plant cell, or animal cell, or eukaryotic cell, or prokaryotic? Plant, animal and eukaryotic, one or the same thing. It is the prokaryotic cells in which we have seen that they lack well-defined nucleus. Only nucleic acid is present. Poorly defined nucleus is present in prokaryotic cells. So out of these, option D, prokaryotic cell, is our correct option. Next question. Mitochondria are the site of, or seat of, is it anaerobic respiration? Of course not. Because mitochondria in absence of oxygen? No. Here respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen. trapping of sunlight? No, because that is done through chlorophyll, which is not present in mitochondria. Krebs cycle. Mitochondria is the site of Krebs cycle. So this is our correct option, Krebs cycle. Fine. Now question number 7 says, first living cells were observed. Why? Now the main focus is on living cells. We know that first of all cells were discovered by Robert Hooke, but those were Koch cells, dead cells. When we talk about first living cells, then it was Anton von Leeuwenhoek who discovered the first living cells in pond water. R. Virchow was the one who enhanced the cell theory by saying that all the cells come from pre-existing cells. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. It was A. V. Leeuwenhoek who discovered the first living cells. The main focus is once again on living, because Robert Hooke discovered the Koch cells, which were dead cells. Clear? So you need to focus on what exactly the question is asking. Next, membrane which allows passage of only solvent through it is it differentially permeable or semi-permeable or impermeable or both A and B? It can't be impermeable because it is allowing the passage, and because it is selectively allowing the passage of only solvents, therefore the correct option is semi-permeable membrane, right? These are the membranes which only provide or allow passage of solvents through them. Okay, let us come to the next question. Now in ninth question, examiner is asking that unicellular organisms, they take in oxygen and pass out carbon dioxide. That is the exchange of gases in unicellular organisms that take place through. The option given are diffusion, exosmosis, endosmosis, or active transport. And what exactly is our correct option? It is option number A, diffusion. It is the process of diffusion through which unicellular organisms like amoeba, they exchange the gases, they take in oxygen and pass out carbon dioxide. Okay. Next question says, root hairs of plants absorb water from soil through. Is it through diffusion? No. Is it through imbibition? No. Is it through osmosis? Yes. This is the process through which the water is transported from the soil to the root hair of plants. That is from higher concentration to lower concentration. Right? Now let us see some exemplar problems related to this chapter. First question is, the undefined nuclear region of prokaryotes is also known as. Now the undefined nuclear region present in the prokaryotic cell which contains only nucleic acid is called nucleoid. It's not nucleus, it's not nucleolus, it's not nucleic acid. It is called nucleoid. Fine. Second question is, the only cell organelle seen in prokaryotic cell. There are four options given to us: mitochondria, ribosomes, plastids, and lysosomes. Out of these, the only cell organelle seen in prokaryotic cell are the ribosomes. Okay, these are the cell organelles which are seen only in prokaryotic cells. Next, cell theory was given by. Now, cell theory was given by M. Schleiden and T. Schwann. Virchow expanded the cell theory, but the cell theory originally was given by independently Schleiden and Schwann. So the correct option of this question is option number A, Schleiden and Schwann. Right? Next question states, cell arise from pre-existing cells. It was stated by. Now this is The expansion that was done by Virchow. He expanded the cell theory by adding this point that cells which are present today, they arise from the division of the pre-existing cells only. So the correct option is B. Next, question number 5 says kitchen of the cell is. The kitchen of the cell is it mitochondrion, is it chloroplast, is it endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi apparatus? We know that the kitchen of the cell is chloroplasts, right? Sixth question. Organelle without a cell membrane is. This is ribosomes. Ribosomes do not have a cell membrane around them. Mitochondria have double membrane. Nucleus has a membrane, nuclear membrane. Chloroplast have membrane. It is the ribosomes which are without cell membranes. So the correct option that we are going to mark for this question is A, that is ribosomes. Next, which of the following are covered by a single membrane? Is it mitochondria, nucleus, vacuole or plastid? The correct option is vacuoles, because the rest of all mitochondria or nucleus or plastids, they all have a double membrane around them. Right, so these two questions are quite important to relate, that the organelle without a cell membrane is ribosome, with a single membrane is vacuole, and with double membrane are mitochondria, nucleus and plastids. Fine, let us come to the next question. Lipid molecules in the cell are synthesized by smooth ER, rough ER, Golgi apparatus or plastids? We already know the answer. We have just learnt all the functions of the cell organelles. The answer is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, because RER synthesizes proteins. Golgi apparatus packaging and transportation. Plastids colored or helping in photosynthesis or storage. So the lipid molecules in the cell are synthesized by option number A, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. One very important function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum in liver cells, if you remember, that is detoxification of poisons and drugs. Next question. The proteins and lipids essential for building the cell membrane are manufactured by. Now they are manufactured by endoplasmic reticulum. We have just seen that the lipids are manufactured by smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and I just told you that proteins are made in RER, that is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So when it comes to both proteins and lipids, the manufacturing takes place by endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, let us come to the next question. The 10th question says that the lysosomes arise from. It is the function of Golgi apparatus or the Golgi bodies which help in the production of lysosomes. Endoplasmic reticulum, whether it is SER or RER, helps in the process of manufacturing of lipids and proteins. Nucleus, the brain of the cells, control coordination. Mitochondria, energy liberation. It is the Golgi apparatus which helps in the synthesis of lysosomes. Okay. Now the next question, 11th question is, amoeba, the unicellular organism, acquires its food through a process termed as. What is the process called? It is called endocytosis. This is the process by which amoeba engulfs its food by change in shape of its plasma membrane. Okay, it's not plasmolysis. Plasmolysis is shrinkage of the cell wall. Exocytosis is giving out, right? So it is the endocytosis process. So the correct option to question number 11 is B, that is endocytosis. Let us come to question number 12. Which cell organelle plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs in a cell. Just recall two questions back. It is the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And where exactly this process takes place? In liver cells. In liver cells, this smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a very crucial role in the detoxification of poisons and drugs. It is one of the very important functions of SER, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So the correct option is C. Clear? Question number 13. Chromosomes are made up of. Are they made up of DNA or protein, or DNA and protein both, or RNA? So do not get confused. Chromosomes are made up of both DNA as well as proteins. The genes are present there, and the body building design is present in the proteins which are present in chromosomes. Question number 14. Organelle other than nucleus containing DNA is. Now the organelle which contains DNA other than nucleus is the Golgi apparatus. They contain DNA, right? Next question. Find out the false statement. I think there must be some error in this question because mitochondria contains their own DNA. I'll go with mitochondria because plastids and mitochondria, they contain their own genetic material. So it is not the Golgi apparatus, it is the mitochondria which contains its DNA. Apart from nucleus, mitochondria and plastids, these are the two cell organelles which contain their own DNA, not Golgi apparatus. Okay. Next question. 15. Find out the false statement. Out of these, which one is false? Let us see. Golgi apparatus is involved with the formation of lysosomes. It is absolutely correct. This is a true statement. Nucleus, mitochondria and plastid have DNA. Correct. This is what I was just trying to tell you, that these are the three which contain their own DNA. That is why the correct option we have marked above is mitochondria. And because of this, they are able to make their own structural proteins. It is totally true. Next, mitochondria is said to be the powerhouse of the cell as ATP is generated in them. It is also a true statement. Cytoplasm is called as protoplasm. Obviously not. Protoplasm is the life-giving substance which consists of cytoplasm as well as nucleoplasm. So the false statement among these is D, and that is why D is our correct answer. Okay. Coming to the question number 16. Cell wall of which one of these is not made up of cellulose? We know that the cell wall of plant cells is made up of cellulose, right? So among these, bacteria, hydrilla, mango tree and cactus, it is the mango tree whose cell wall is actually not made up of cellulose. It is an exception. Otherwise all they are made up of cellulose. 17th question is, a cell will swell up if. Now we know that the cell is going to swell up if it is kept in a hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution means the cell is kept in a dilute medium. Now let us see which exactly is the option that tells us what exactly the correct statement is. The first option is the concentration of water molecules in the cell is higher than the concentration of water molecule in the surrounding medium. No, because if the concentration of water in the cell is higher, the water will move from inside the cell to outside, causing the cell to shrink, right? Second option, the concentration of water molecule in surrounding medium is higher than the water molecule concentration in the cell. Yes, this is why the water will come from outside the surrounding medium into the cell, causing it to swell up. So B is our correct option, but let us check the other two options also. The concentration of water molecule is same. It can't be, because it would have been an isotonic solution. So in that case, no exchange of water will take place. Concentration of water molecule does not matter. Wrong option again, because it is the important thing which decides whether the cell is going to shrink or to swell up or will retain its shape depending upon the concentration of water molecules. Clear? Now let us come to the 18th question. Plasmolysis in a plant cell is defined as. Now what is plasmolysis? Let us see. The four options given to us are breakdown or lysis of plasma membrane in hypotonic medium. No. Wrong. Is it the shrinkage of cytoplasm? No. Cytoplasm doesn't shrink. Is it the shrinkage of nucleoplasm? Again, no. So the correct option is none of them. And what exactly is the correct answer? Plasmolysis is the shrinkage of plasma membrane or the cell membrane when it is kept in hypertonic solution or hypertonic medium. And that exact definition is given in none of the options above. That is why our answer to this question will be D. That is none of them. Clear? Coming to the next question, that is 19th. Which of these is not related to endoplasmic reticulum? So if we remember all the functions of endoplasmic reticulum, we need to relate among these four options which is not the function of endoplasmic reticulum. First is it behaves as a transport channel for proteins between nucleus and cytoplasm. Yes, it is one of the functions of ER. It transports materials between various regions in cytoplasm. It is also one of the functions of ER. It can be the site of energy generation. No, because energy generation takes place in mitochondria, not ER. It can be the site for some biochemical activities of the cell. Yes, of course, it provides that site for the biochemical activities of the cell to take place. So the correct option is C, that endoplasmic reticulum is not associated anywhere anyhow with the energy generation, because that is the process taking place in mitochondria, which is also called the powerhouse or power plant of the cell. Coming to next question, question number 20. Select the odd one out. We have to select the odd one. Let us see what the options are. The movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane is affected by the amount of substances dissolved in it. Is it right statement or wrong statement? It is a right statement, because the movement of water is dependent on the concentration. If it is a concentrated solution, then the movement will be altogether opposite. Second statement says that membranes are made up of organic molecules such as proteins and lipids. Now the membranes are made up of lipids and proteins. Plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Right? Third statement is molecules soluble in organic solvents can easily pass through the membrane. Now once again the movement of solvent is being described in C. D part is plasma membranes contain Schitten sugar in plants. Talking about the plasma membrane, what exactly they contain. Now out of these, if we try to relate, then in that case A and C are interrelated to each other because they are talking about the movement of solvent particles. If we try to relate B and D, they are actually directly not related, and out of these given four options, my choice will be the B, because the membranes are made up of organic molecules such as proteins and lipids. The cell membrane is not made up of proteins and lipids, it is made up of cellulose. So out of the given options, we can just make out this B to be an odd one. Fine. Next question. 21st question says that following are a few definitions of osmosis. Read carefully and select the correct definition. So when these type of questions are given, please try to make sure how exactly all these statements are different. Let us see the first part. Osmosis, we are defining osmosis. It is the movement of water molecules. Perfect. From a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Perfect. Through a semi-permeable membrane. Perfect. So this first definition seems to be perfect. Let us try to see the second definition. Movement of solvent molecules, correct, from its higher concentration to lower concentration, correct, but the semi-permeable membrane is missing. So we will cross this because it is incomplete definition. Next is movement of solvent molecules, perfect, from higher concentration to lower concentration, perfect, through permeable membrane. It should be semi-permeable. Again, it is a dicey kind of statement. Will not accept it. We are just cutting it off. Next is movement of solute molecules. Starting is wrong, because osmosis is not the movement of solute molecules. It is solvent. And from lower concentration to higher, it can never be. So this is altogether incorrect. So this A is the correct definition of osmosis. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is called as digestive bags of the cell? Now we know, very simple, digestive bags are the lysosomes. And why they are called so? Because they contain powerful digestive enzymes capable of digesting anything. Next is, which of the following is called the powerhouse of the cell? Again, very easy question. Mitochondria, because they actually are responsible for the energy liberation in the form of ATP due to the presence of strong oxidative enzymes present in mitochondria. Next question is, now this is good question. Golgi apparatus is absent in, Golgi apparatus is absent in blue-green algae. It is present in cells, it is present in yeast, and it is present in plants. Right? So it is absent in blue-green algae. Next, largest animal cell is nerve cells, neurons. Largest animal cell, we are saying that animal cell largest is the neurons, that is the nerve cell. Next question is, mitochondria are they found in eukaryotic cells, are they found in prokaryotic, plant cells, all of these? Answer is eukaryotic. In prokaryotic cells we don't have mitochondria, right? So in eukaryotic cells we'll find mitochondria. Plant cells, animal cells, both are included in eukaryotic cells. Next question is, genetic material in human body is contained in, where is the genetic material present? In the DNA. It is not present in leucoplast, they are the colorless plastids. Chloroplast, chlorophyll photosynthesis. Chromoplast, the colored plastids. So it is present in DNA. Fine. Next question is, orange yellow color of flowers is due to the presence of, is it due to the chlorophyll? No, it is a green colored pigment. Chloroplast again helps in photosynthesis. Leucoplast are the colorless plastids. The correct answer is chromoplast. These are the colored plastids which impart color. So this orange yellow color of flowers is because of chromoplasts, right? Now, the next question is quite important. Lysosomes are called as digestive bags. Now, why? Because of the presence of, we have just studied many a times, we have repeated that lysosomes contain strong digestive enzymes. But now the question and the choices are different. Lysosomes are called as digestive bags because of the presence of which type of activity taking place? Is it parasitic or catalytic or hydrolytic or saprophytic? The correct answer is hydrolytic activity. Lysosomes, they actually involve in hydrolytic activity, because of which they are called the digestive bags. Clear? Let us see the next question. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they synthesize proteins? No, because it is the function of ARIA. Carbohydrates? No. Steroids and lipids? Yes. They actually synthesize lipids, steroids and proteins, not vitamins. Clear? Question number 10. Starch grain is developed in. Where exactly starch grain is developed? In mitochondria? No, because their breakdown takes place to liberate energy. Golgi apparatus? No. Packaging, transporting, formation of lysosomes? We already know the functions. Lysosomes? No. Digestion, digestive bags, suicidal bags. It is in the chloroplast where synthesis, food formation, that takes place. Fine. Next question. Which of the following is a hereditary unit? Is it mitochondria or chromosome or gene or centrosome? The correct answer is genes. These are the units of inheritance which carry all the genetic information from one generation to another. Clear? Question number 12. Plasma membrane is permeable or semi-permeable or selectively permeable or impermeable. We know that plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane because it allows the entry and exit of selected material in and out of the cell. Clear? Next question. Undefined nuclear region containing only nucleic acids in bacteria is, we have already done this question above, this is nucleoid. The undefined nuclear region containing only nucleic acids is nucleoid. Okay. Next question. In animal cell, centrosome are involved in the protein synthesis or the formation of spindle fibers during cell division or respiration or transport of proteins. The function of centrosome is the formation of spindle fibers during cell division. So the correct option of this question is B. Clear? Coming to the next question. Membrane which encloses vacuole in plant cells is known as. Now the membrane which encloses vacuole is called tonoplast. Make a note of it. Tonoplast is the membrane which encloses the vacuole in plant cells. Next question is cell organelle involved in the detoxification of xenobiotic compounds. Wherever detoxification word we find, the cell organelle which helps in the process of detoxification is SER. You see, three ways in which the same question has been asked. So this is quite important. This is very important function of SER, that it helps in the detoxification. Clear? Fine. So these are a few uses which you need to remember. Next, Rough endoplasmic reticulum looks rough due to the presence of, very simple, it is the ribosomes which are present on the surface of RER, because of which they have that rough appearance. Clear? Next question is, cell theory was put forward by, already discussed, it was Schleiden and Schwann, German biologist, who put forth the cell theory. Next question. Who suggested that cells arise from pre-existing cells? Again repeated question. It was Virchow who expanded the cell theory and said that cells arise from the pre-existing cells only. Who discovered the nucleus? We know that it is Robert Brown who discovered the nucleus. Virchow expanded the cell theory. Purkinje, J.E. Purkinje, he coined the term protoplasm. And Robert Hooke discovered the Koch cells. Who discovered free living cells? It was Anton von Leeuwenhoek, right? Next, again, I think the same question in a different way. The process of plasmolysis in plant cell is defined as, is it the breakdown of plasma membrane in hypotonic solution, or shrinkage of cytoplasm in hypertonic solution, or shrinkage of nucleoplasm, or none of these? We have already seen this is a repeated question asked again, that it is none of these. None of these actually define plasmolysis, right? So these are a few questions which are quite important, which have already come in the examination in various years, and after doing these you may assume that your preparation for this particular chapter is almost completed. So you need to revise the chapter thoroughly and properly once again, and you need to be true and thorough with all the questions that we have done in the previous class as well as in this particular class. I hope you must have understood each and everything now, and I hope you must have made a note of what are the various areas in which you need to work harder. As a whole, if you would try to relate, then we have seen that the functions of all the cell organelles, they are very important, whether we talk about the endoplasmic reticulum, both the RER and the SER, when we talked about the mitochondria or the lysosomes or the Golgi apparatus, we talked about the plastids, quite importantly, the leucoplast, chromoplast, chloroplast, all the types you need to relate. Fine. So these are the functions which are very, very important that you need to remember and do properly. Clear? So please go through all these questions again and make sure that now you finally complete this chapter. In the next class, we'll be talking about the next chapter. Till then, take care of yourself, have a good time, take care of your health, and enjoy yourself. Thanks for being with me.